Mistake was a whopper. The state agency that takes care of teachers when they retired admitted to accidentally overpaying hundreds of its members by tens of thousands of dollars. The Educational Retirement Board has been trying to get that money back, but as News 13's Katie Kim found on special assignment, some of those retirees say, too bad, too late. It's their money now.
If anybody had told me in Vietnam that in 45 years you're going to be sitting around with a bunch of old women stitching dolls, we would have had a problem with that.
These days, Barry Winters devotes much of his time to learning.
They're supposed to look like real shoelaces.
The 65-year-old Vietnam vet is a retired teacher. He gave up his craft nearly 6 years ago and picked up a new one. Winters now spends hours sewing dolls to donate to sick kids around the world.
My days are full.
Winters has no complaints about his retirement, even though his economic future hangs in balance. He is one of hundreds of former education employees whose finances were disrupted by no fault of their own. About 2 years ago, the state's Educational Retirement Board, the agency that handles benefits for all public ed retirees, made a big error. The ERB says a software glitch prompted an overpayment of interest to 693 members, totaling $1.7 million. Some checks range from a few cents to upwards of $300,000. Barry Winters' check was $28,000, $16,000 more than he was expecting.
I said, are you sure this is correct? This is correct. We're sending the check this afternoon.
For some retirees, it was as if they had won the lottery. They said they called over and over again to the Educational Retirement Board saying something wasn't right. But ERB officials said they were free and clear and fine to cash that check.
About 8 months later, I get this letter from ERB. Surprise, surprise. We've overpaid you. We want our money back.
Do you have that money to pay back?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Winters says he spent most of the $16,000 he was overpaid. Not a valid excuse for the ERB.
If someone owes, they owe.
2 years later, the ERB has recouped most of its overpayments, but it still needs to collect $400,000 from 287 people. To do that, the ERB has had to file 33 lawsuits against people like Winters.
Why do you feel like you have a claim?
In my personal case, I always went to places nobody wanted to go, little teeny towns, taught the kids nobody wanted to teach, subjects they didn't want to teach.
Winters also says it's unfair because he caught the ERB's mistake, but officials did nothing to fix it until it was too late.
Yeah, this was a fluke, it was an accident, but guys, you know, somebody's accountable somewhere.
Has the ERB taken responsibility for this problem?
Yes, we have. We've been working on collecting the money back. However, I do want to put this in perspective. As of the end of January, ERB has $10.1 billion, and this was an overpayment of $1,691,000. So it's a very small amount when compared to that.
But for Winters, it's not chump change. He isn't sure what he'll do if a judge rules against him, but he says he'll cross that bridge if he comes to it.
Que sera, sera, or whatever. You know, what will happen will happen.
On special assignment, Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
We'll keep you posted. The ERB says it has set up payment plans with some of the overpaid retirees, giving them anywhere from a few months to a few years to pay up.